Hey guys, DC here from the Christian Gaming Channel, bringing a brand new episode of Mario Kart Wii. And today we'll be going through 50cc as usual and playing as Luigi. And we're going to be using, obviously, the Wild Wing, and this, I'm going to be honest, this video is going to be post-commentated purely because, kind of froze up for some reason. I couldn't talk. So, yeah, that was a bit of a problem for me. I don't know why I had that issue. Regardless, we are going to be playing through the Star Cup today, and I think we're going to have a good run with this one. I really do. I should know. I've already recorded it. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I had a pretty decent one. I think, I don't know if I mentioned this last time or not, but I did completely beat Donkey Kong 94. That was a really fun game. But, put that on pause just for a moment. Going through Daisy Circuit. One of the few circuits that actually are themed after Daisy. Not too many tracks have that distinction. So yeah, it's a good track, it really is. I enjoy it, the atmosphere is nice, especially the sunset theme, I really like that. Especially with all those orange hues it adds. Outside of that though, it's a fairly basic track. I guess the one interesting I could note about it, outside of the, well, there's two things. The statues can have their heads replaced with Mii heads, which is interesting sometimes depending on the Wii decides to use. And the mini-map itself, the top part of it where you got the figure 8 kind of looks like glasses, and the bottom road underneath it looks like a mustache. You're welcome now that you can't unsee that. Anyways, back to the Game Boy topic. DK94 is a really fun game to play through. I don't know if I'll play through it for the channel or not at some point, because World 8 takes an extremely long time, depending on how much of a hard time it gives you. But I really did enjoy the game outside of World 8 to a point. I think the world I dislike the most is probably the iceberg world, which makes sense. I mean, ice worlds are almost never fun, so I can't hold that against the game. And we can see right here, though, we're using the shortcut because I didn't have a chance to show it off because I didn't have a mushroom because I'm in first place. 50cc easy difficulty and all that. But at least I got to show it off here, so at least you know it's there now. See, other news, I've been steadily working on the project I mentioned a few episodes ago in either the Sonic Let's Play or this one. I don't remember which one, but I am making very steady progress and I'm hoping to release it in time. I don't want to say soon because I know how everything works for me and I will probably get distracted or get into creative burnout at some point and stop, and I don't want to make any promises to you guys. They're also like Koopa Cape. I really like this track. The music especially is really good. Although I could probably do without getting bombarded by the CPUs though. I don't know, they were just very mean and pulled me out of the way. Struggling to talk about stuff because I can't really talk about what I'm thinking or doing right now because that was already come and gone with this recording. So post-commentating takes a bit of skill, honestly, in my opinion. You have to be able to commentate about stuff that you find interesting. I don't know which one would be more difficult though, post-commentary or on-the-fly commentary doing it live. I don't know, let me guys know what you think in the comments. I think the favorite vehicle I have in this game probably is the Wild Wing. I mean, it's just a really nice vehicle aesthetically, and it has really good stats too. So that has that going for it as well, I guess. And I got blue shelled and almost red shelled. That's never fun, but that's Mario Kart Wii for you. It loves to do that to you. I guess the best strategy I could explain for this section, since I never seem to go to the left or right, the water adds extra speed onto your vehicle, so it helps you get ahead of the competition. Even if the AI still does rubber band. And it's technically not even an AI, it's a CPU. In theory, AI can make their own decisions. Whether that's true or not, I highly doubt it, but that's neither here nor there. These racers that we race against in single-player mode are technically CPUs because they follow a predefined lanes on the track. You learn a lot from the modding community and stuff. I've never modded a track into Mario Kart Wii. I've modded a character in Mario Kart Wii, but never a track. I guess the closest thing that you can get to modding officially on Mario Kart, at least until you get to Mario Kart World, would be the Mii's. It's the only real way to have a custom kind of character in Mario Kart at all. From Wii 7, 8, and 8 Deluxe. You can have a custom character, quote unquote. Which is a really nice thing. It adds a bit more personal touch to the game. It's a shame World ditched that. Again, I don't own a Switch 2, but I've watched gameplay. And just the lack of Mii's is kind of just very sad. I can't say that there's a lack of inside drift. From what I've heard, there isn't. Which again is a real shame because I like having alternative drift styles. Because if you think about it this way, you're in a lobby in Mario Kart 8 or 8 Deluxe, whichever you want. And everyone else is using outside drift, but you're using inside drift. In some situations, that's actually very advantageous. Because you can take a line that they're not expecting or thinking about, and you get to avoid items because of that. Now the downside is not all tracks are very well designed to handle inside drift. But you can have an advantage depending on how smart you play. Maple Tree Way, probably my... Yeah, I would say this is probably my favorite out of this cup. Koopa Cape is good, but I'm more a Maple Tree Way fan myself. Again, all the orange hues. It's not even my favorite color, necessarily. It's up there for me, but I just really like the oranges. Especially compared to the bright blues that Koopa Cape has. I like blue, but blue is just very painful on the eyes, especially on bright screens. And that green shell could have hit me, and I wouldn't even known about it, but thank the Lord it actually just went off to the side. And now we're gonna get blue shelled, and then this game doesn't believe in any mercy and hits me with a red shell. Oh, Mario Kart Wii, or probably the most brutal Mario Kart there is. Brutal 3D Mario Kart there is. Super Circuit can get very vicious at times. That's not even to talk about Super Mario Kart's very unfair item system where the CPUs get special items that are very, very difficult to avoid sometimes, especially those fireballs where they just move back and forth on the track. With how slippery that game can feel, that's very hard to avoid. Thankfully this game's not slippery, it just likes to kick you when you're down. Which is a whole other set of problems. And blue shelled, lightning, and then fell off. Now the falling off part was my fault. I was trying to get to the turbo pad because I knew the blue shell was going to hit me. I wanted to get into a spot where I could just get launched back into the race. Unfortunately, that didn't pan out so well as I was hoping it would have. honestly surprised Nintendo's never taken up the idea of having a fall-themed world. Closest I could think of would be a tree zone from Mario Land 2. Outside of that, I can't think of much. Oh, wait. There was some fall-like courses in the Galaxy games, too. But yeah, as far as 2D Mario games go, there's nothing really like that, which is a real shame. I wonder what Nintendo from the Wii era could have done with this track if they made this into an actual playable map for something like Super Mario Sunshine. And if you hear barking, the German Shepherd is not very happy right now because I'm recording and I'm not paying attention to him. He should get over it soon. Hopefully. He's big and his bark is bigger. Put it simply. He's not out of shape or anything. He's just built. Best way I could put it. Anyways, we won that race too, despite many setbacks. And I'm doing somewhat decent on the fly commentary, I hope. Not a huge fan of Grumble Volcano. And this is just a kind of a me thing. With my OCD, it kind of gets a bit triggered by lava stages for some reason, and I don't exactly know why. So, I don't like them very much. I tend to avoid them when I can. Diverting to a completely different area now, because I wanted to talk about this initially before I even started this voice recording. Jonah, honestly, is a good example of a guy who made God to a point but didn't go all the way. He repented of him running away from God and not doing as he was told, and preached the word to the Ninevites, and they turned around and got right. Now, you think he would be happy? If I, told someone to turn around and get right with the Lord, and they did, I would be ecstatic. I don't care if they're my worst enemy or not. I would be happy for that. But he wasn't. He was actually very distraught by that. It just kind of upsets me that he would act like that. I know we're all human, but I don't know, it doesn't feel right to be upset that people turned around and got right with the Lord. I mean, that's just me. Honestly, the other part is, what happened to him after the Book of Jonah ends? It just leaves off with him in the desert. Just being all self-pity-like. I really do wonder what happened to him. The Bible doesn't really mention it, so I guess it's not very important. But one does have to wonder to a point, and also thank the Lord I dodged that fireball. I don't know how I did that. Yeah. I'm just curious to a point. Well, now that I've done that, I don't have any more talking points because that was the main one I wanted to go for. Welcome. Well, I could try and think of something else. I mean, would you guys want to see the other Mario Kart games playthrough as well? Also, Luigi fell into the tomato soup. It is tomato soup because he didn't get scalded and burned. If it was lava, he would have. Clearly, it's just tomato soup. But, where was I? Oh yeah, the Mario Karts. The other Mario Kart games, would you want me to play through those at some point? Or not? Because I've tried doing the Mario Karts before. but I have trouble with Super Mario Kart because it's Super Mario Kart is not very fun. And Mario Kart 64 isn't very fun either. I'm of the unpopular opinion that Mario Kart 64 is not that great of a game. Sure, for the time it may have been fantastic, but it has aged, well, let's just put it worse than milk. The other Mario Karts though I'm playing with. Regardless, we've won, Baby Mario won somehow, and Wario's here again. He's becoming a very common person in the top 3s apparently. I can't complain. Thank you Lord we made it. And I think from this point onwards I'm just going to choose the characters I want to play as. I've shown off all 3 different weight classes, so I'm good with that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Remember, Christ is King and Jesus loves you. Bye.